for high quality friends.
I'm from Kingston, Jamaica, you know Portmore. That's my village.
Kanga tu chini hapo ukinyethia ukikatia mademo akipita.
Sinaweza saa hii nimekuja kukopesa choo.
Technology, science, innovation, ICT and research. These are the ingredients upon which the solutions to the 21st century problems are founded. In a world that is rapidly changing, it's all hands on deck to ensure a balance in all fields of life. Women, young and old, are also in the front line, breaking the glass ceiling, becoming thought leaders in the larger tech space. Not forgetting other societies marginalized. And when the tech Avengers come together, we inch closer to a much safer, efficient, and sustainable world. What we view as a norm in today's advanced world was just an idea, and for nostalgic reasons, we trace back to the iconic days to bring you the retro tech. On Tech Innovation Show, we encapsulate all the pillars of the fourth industrial revolution, decoded in a language, all for one for all. Every Monday at 8:30 as we push the mantra, keep learning something new each and every day. Only on KUTV, a new experience.
Hello everybody! I'm Nena.
And I'm Gigi.
Welcome to Engine Season 2!
The place to find out about the world we live in
and the creatures that we share our planet with.
Join us on the most exciting adventures across the African continent.
See breathtaking wildlife, stunning landscapes,
And out of this world technologies.
meet incredible scientists,
And learn fantastic facts.
explore, discover, be amazed.
Part of the next generation of African change makers.
Be a part of Engine, Africa's #1 science discovery program. Yay!
We're learning every day. Engine leads the way.
What is this magic? I need that magic.
Somebody call 911.
Panado, Sitamo, anything for your girl, give me more.
Nasema shughuli wagri, den, yo.
Ndege wako najipepisha, na sina nia kutoka kwako, moyo taudundisha, usisikize maneno kitani, ukanikimbia, ukatoka na fulani, nitalia, moyo rehani, naungulia, itabaki tabani.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching KUTV Kenya. The show is Art and Culture Monday, and of course, you are with me, Karen Blessing, and you are talking to me. Yes, you're talking to me on our conversation of the day, where we are asking lessons that you have learned from previous Valentines. Lessons that you have learned from previous Valentines. We have been having a fun time with our guests because wamekuwa wakijibu, and I hope that you're taking home 1 or 2 or 3 things, from the lessons that you have learned from Valentines. And we are right on time because, like I told you today, I would have a guest to help me disseminate this very topic, to talk about Valentines. What is Valentine? What is expected? What is not expected of you? What lessons have people in general learned over time that will help this Valentine, which is tomorrow, become a bit better? So I'm not alone in studio. I have a lady and a gentleman that are going to be taking me through. The gentleman is ready for Valentine. I think anatoka hapa akienda kuchukua bei wakiendanga. He's done. He's ready to do this. So I want them to say hello, watusalimie, watuambie wao ni kina nani, and then we jump right into talking matters Valentines. Let's start from here. Leo tumesema we want to give you guys the first opportunity. Msiseme girl child. So let's start from here. Please say hello, tell us your name, alafu we jump right in.
Hello, good morning. My name is Quincy Kiere.
Yes.
A student in Kenyatta University, pursuing a bachelor's degree in public policy and administration. And I guess, as you can see, we are ready to speak about Valentine's.
Yes, you are ready to do this. Thank you very much, Quincy. And then to my right, please say hello.
Hello, good morning. My name is Miriam Wakai. I'm a student at Kenyatta University. I'm pursuing a Bachelor of Arts in Counseling Psychology. And it's a pleasure being here.
Yes, amazing pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you here as well. I am saying, like, whatever you guys are doing goes very, very well with being a peer counselor.
Sure.
Yes, you're okay. So, Quincy, you are in what year?
A funny thing, I am in my first year.
Yes.
Yes.
You are actually in your first year?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm laughing. I'm liking this. Miriam?
I'm in my second year.
Your second year as well. Okay, I like that. So let's move on to you guys joined peer counseling, came to Kenyatta University and joined peer counseling.
Sure.
What interested you in peer counseling?
On my side, it was something that was really good, and I am a people's person. I've always been a people's person at all times, and so it is always my desire to help the people. And once I got into Kenyatta University, I found an opportunity through peer counseling, because we are reaching out to the students and also the community at large, teaching them more about life and how to handle situations in their lives.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I like that there are such programs. Let's start from here, from the top, because campus can be a whole lot of things. So I'm glad that peer counseling gets to be there to offer guidance, to offer help on different matters, which is where I want Miriam to come in. So peer counseling in Kenyatta University, what services or what help do you guys offer to the students?
Thank you for the question. Actually, peer counselors, as we know, it is a project that started. It's under the Kenyatta University Wellness Family Project that came to place because of the rise, to try to curb the rising of the early pregnancies and also the infections that are affecting the students. So currently, we are offering services like guidance and counseling, trying to bring people back now from. Many people have suffered mental illness. It's part of what we offer there to help. And also situations happen, especially in campus right now. We are seeing now many young women get into relationships, and also from the relationship that they get into, there are negative repercussions that come from it. As the peer counselors family, we are there to help them try to come back again to correct themselves together, and also and we work in conjunction with the health unit. When we have students who need the medical attention, now we have received them as the peer counselors. They want to talk to us. We talk to them, and also we do the referrals to them. And also we are still also working with the awareness and wellness directorate, which is located in the PSSC, that's the student center,
Yes.
where we refer them to the students there that they need the help. So it's a wholesome thing that we are doing to assist the students. It's specifically for the students. When you read the history of the peer counselors and how it came to be, it started and as a project, and also along the way we found the partners like the pathfinders who joined us, trying to provide the contraceptives that right now the pathfinders have provided the contraceptive, that the female condom that was not there.
Yes.
Because it was mainly as much as we advocate for the abstinence, we know that many students will not do that. Many of them, they are sexually active.
Yeah.
So the Peer Counselors Project has come into a place where it's trying to provide the contraceptive like the condoms and all that to prevent, trying to curb and prevent the spread of the STIs, unwanted pregnancies.
Yes.
For sometimes back then we used to see some young girls aborting, the campus students aborting, and they throw the babies on the streets and all that. So it's trying to come to a place trying to reduce the early pregnancies and the STS spread and also HIV.
Yes, so it's a wholesome kind of package, helping through from abstinence all the way to any medical attention needed, and even pregnancies, and like you have said, all the way to HIV. So these are very important conversation, especially among campus students, because it's happening. Like Miriam is saying, a lot of campus students are already sexually active. So it's good to have measures in place to be able to aid where we can be able to help. And this is why we are having this conversation. But we have had these conversations time and time again. Today we are here to talk about Valentine's. This is why we are here. We're here to talk about Valentine's, like you have seen. We are ready. We even have a gentleman in red already in studio. So we want to jump right in and ask. Let's start that from the very beginning, because we have first year students who are listening in. We have fourth year students who are listening in. We have you at home who is listening in. So let's start from the very beginning. What is Valentine's? Let's just what is the meaning of Valentine's? We start from here. Quincy.
Well,
Yes.
Valentine's in the world
Yes.
is generally the day of love. But I happen to have borrowed somewhere from a poem by, is it George? Yeah, George. And he says in his poem, that is the Parliament of Fools, he talks of Valentine's being the day that birds, it was a mating season for birds. So I guess that is how the aspect of love was brought about, and thus making Valentine's become the day of love. And also we have from the Catholic faith Saint Valentine, who was very compassionate about people and about helping people.
Yes.
And this brings out the love in it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we are here for Valentine is all about celebrating love. Was it always about romantic love? Ama, it was just general, then we decided to narrow it down to romantic love. Miriam.
Thank you. For actually Valentine's, as the meaning itself, where it's borrowed from a Latin word, means the strength. So we can't attribute that the strength is only for the romantic relationship. And also Valentine, it's not all about sharing between those people the romantic relationships only. It's about sharing with the family members, sharing with friends, where you give a Valentine's card. That's a gift that Valentine's note that is trying to dedicate, trying to remind those your loved ones, your friends, that the love that has been existing, that it does not just started during the Valentine's Day. It's something that has been existing.
Is pre-existing already. I like that. So this opens up to this discussion on myths about Valentine's, because I believe there is a lot of myths that are going on left, right, and center, especially now that Valentine's Day is tomorrow. So I want Quincy to just give us a few and tell us a few of the myths about Valentine that we need, to stay clear of.
Yeah. Valentine being a very, let's say, influential and very social day, it has many myths. One of the myths is that on Valentine's Day, I should take my girlfriend out. On Valentine's Day, one should have a gift for a partner.
Yes.
And on Valentine's Day, as most presume, it is a day of rather going to bed together. But I really do not think so, because we can show love in very many aspects apart from that one, apart from those three. Yeah, it is not all about the gifting. It is not all about the partnering. Somebody can be single and celebrate Valentine's.
Yes.
Yeah, and also it's not all about the making of love, but it's all about what is in your heart in this Valentine. Sure.
So it doesn't have to be about just those three things, because like we have said, it doesn't have to be in the context of a romantic relationship.
Sure.
So it can be amongst friends. It can be, I hear girls have even come up with a Galentine's. I don't know, are you gentlemen celebrating love? Do you have groups of celebration of love? Because ladies, we are out here, single ladies celebrating Galentine's and having a good time with their girls. And you know, do men have?
Well,
Yes.
That's a very controversial question.
Yes.
Bearing in mind the toxic masculinity that is ongoing all around the, let's say Kenya, especially, and Africa in general, we can talk of only a very small percentage of men can sit together and share maybe on love, or just a man calls another man and tells him, by the way, I love you, bro. These are words that are not heard from men's mouth to other men. Yeah. If you say that, that is that's an abomination. But in real sense, there are men who have embraced, and well, yes, and it's, by the way, I think it's something that we as Africans need to embrace, that men can sit down and be like, I love you, bro, and we continue on with life,
and life goes on. You know, it seems like
I
had that conversation some time ago, at when a bro texts another bro, I love you, natupa yo simu, because the world cannot go on. I think that is a conversation we need to have, probably for the next Valentine's. Just get to know, do men get together just for no reason? Because I feel like ladies, we are very good at that. We can be there just doing nothing, wine and chocolate, and everyone loves everyone, and life moves on. And I think that is a conversation that men, and we, all of us, need to have on men actually celebrating Valentine's with other men. Okay, so moving on. What are responsible ways? Tumetoka kwa mids. We are not. You guys should hear the conversation amongst my directors. The things that are going on, who are all male, by the way, who we would like to ask. Do you guys have Valentine plans? No. They are saying that they are going to be at work here with Okenye, discussing how you're making money during Valentine's. That's all they do. But we are going to have that conversation sometime this year, and I think even host them. I think my director Ryan and Bonnie, it's been a long time since you have been on the screen. Mkotu huko nyuma making things run. I think we need to have you on this side of the table and just have a chat or two, maybe about how men should sit together this year, before the end of this year. Okay, sawa. That is a date. We are going to be having that conversation on screen. Okenye included. Tuketi tujiulize, are men getting together? Not even just for Valentine's, but just getting together and discussing matters by themselves. Let's move away from that conversation and move on to responsible ways of actually celebrating Valentine's. I think that we will have from both of you. So let's start with Miriam kidogo to come at two responsible ways of celebrating Valentine's.
Okay, thank you. One of the responsible ways of celebrating Valentine's, like Quincy has said, that it's not all about trying to compare yourself with the other person, like going out, eating out from that. But what I will say is that one of the responsible ways is understanding first what is the meaning of Valentine's. What is it all about? You know, most of the time, like one of the myths is that it's time to have sex. No, it's not all about sex. It's not time to that you're trying to prove your love to the other person, or trying to ask the other person that to prove they love you. Because when the day comes, it's about time to remind each other that this love that has been existing and it needs to be cultivated on. So one of the ways that to celebrate the responsibility is from the first point of understanding. What is it all about? What does it entail? Once you know what it all entails, there's no comparison. Actually, in a point where we think many, especially this will affect the young people, most of even the teenagers, where to come to a point where you're trying to compare yourself now in the singlehood. You have no you have no a partner. You're not in a romantic relationship. Now it's I could hear some people say it's 2 days to go, 1 day to go, so get someone. You know, you don't make a irrational decision of trying to just anyone who comes is the person you go with,
just in the name of being in a romantic relationship,
just for the day that comes that you're not single.
So I'm hearing you say number one is understanding what Valentine is about, which goes back to our first question in this interview, understanding the meaning of Valentine's, therefore you are able to enjoy or participate in it responsibly. Quincy, another way?
Well, Valentine's is all about love.
Yes.
But not only romantic love, and that we've made clear.
Yes, that we have made clear.
Yes.
Today. So it's not a crime that you are single. Don't get a partner between today and then tomorrow they're the love of your life, okay?
Sure. So, in Valentine's, I think we need to set our expectations right. If I am single, what am I doing for Valentine's? I can go to I can visit a children's home. I can go, for example, in Kenyatta University, we have a center behind the school called Kenyatta Market. I can go there. These children who are just walking there, the street children, get one, go buy lunch for them. That is Valentine. That is love. Yes. So we are not what can I say? We are not entangled or rather chained to the fact that it must be I and my girlfriend, you and your boyfriend. It's not that. It's a matter of spreading the love to everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like that. So that moves us to the next one, which is what is the impact of the day to personal relationships? Because as much as we may say you can celebrate this with a street kid, you can go get them lunch, but the day as Valentine's Day has a huge impact, both negative and positive, to personal relationships, be they romantic or not romantic. What are some of the impacts, negative and positive? I think we start from Miriam. Do we do negatives first and then we do positives?
Sure.
Thank you. Actually, the one I think the first negative impact that it can have, it also narrows down to where the interpretation of the day. You know, like you said, you have to set the expectations. Do not over expect. And one of ways for a person to be fulfilled and contented and to enjoy the happiness is the part of you increase the reality and you decrease the expectations, because when you over expect from someone, you know, there are as we talk about the romantic relationship, when the expectations come, when it comes to a day where this other person is expecting the partner to complete them that day, to fulfill them, to do this, that you have to purchase me this, you have to do all this, go overboard doing all this and this. But it comes to a point where when you over expect and the expectations are not met, are not met, like the person cannot come to the place of fulfilling everything that you expected.
Then
the relationship disappointment and the relationship breaks. So from the first point, to avoid that, just set the expectations right, increase the realities and decrease the expectations.
Avoid over expectation. So that's a lesson we can all pick. Avoid over expectation, please. If your partner has never bought you flowers before, where are you expecting a car this time? Like, unless it is pre-discussed, you know, like measure your expectations and put them at a point where, because this is all from previous experience. If you've been in that relationship for 3 years and the most you have gotten is a watch, you know, like, measure, pima expectation, put them at a place where they can be met, or you can meet them yourself. Okay, Marvin, another negative one before you go to the positive.
Yes. Maybe another negative one is a very rampant one amongst the youths, especially. This is, we are getting, we will have very many unwanted pregnancies tomorrow. We will have people contracting STIs, HIV, simply because of the myth of it's a day of making love.
Yeah.
So that is something negative, and I guess the youths really need to understand that it's not all about making love, it's not all about going to bed together, but what you share in heart and also in mind. Yeah.
So it's about the things that you share. I think the notion of international going to bed night, do not subscribe. If you're not there, kindly do not subscribe. Sure. Which leads us to the next part of the conversation, because I'm not going to let you go without us talking about contraceptives, because we have said we are talking in expectation that the youth are not going to do this, but because we are wise, we are setting our expectations lower and talking to you about contraceptives, because we know some of you might not exactly listen. So I want to jump the gun to a number of what are contraceptives. Let's start from there.
Contraceptives are any methods or devices that are used to prevent pregnancy or STIs.
Or STIs. Yeah. Thank you. That is simply well put. Quincy, what are some types of contraceptives?
We have the hormonal contraceptives and the non-hormonal contraceptives, which now the non-hormonal happen to be the commonly known ones, like the we can talk of the condoms. The condoms, they are both male and female, which I understand the female is a new phenomenon. Yeah. But well, it's something that is coming up, and it's okay. Yeah. And now we have the hormonal, which are injectables.
Yes.
Sure.
And so so if you're a student here, just end up Uliza. So what does this one do, and what does the other one do, and what are the side effects, and what is the best one for my body type specifically? Go and gather all that information. And I think if you are here in Kenyatta University, the peer group is part of why, like part of the reasons you should be glad you're in Kenyatta University, because they have all this information at your disposal. What are some myths? Quinn took us through the myths on Valentine's. So Miriam, some myths that are around contraceptives.
Around contraceptives.
As long as you're sexually active, should have this information and probably on a contraceptive, right?